That's the next time carry a gun, she said, which is, we're in Canada, so, but that is the very American solution to the problem. Why have it end in mere bruises when it could end in a fatality? Yeah. Okay, good, great. Would you like to ask a question? You look like you do.
I would, yeah.
Okay.
First of all,
man, there's a lot of instruments up here. These people are serious. This fucking Saturday night show is. It's like eventually they're not gonna do panels anymore. It's gonna be just like, get the ass actors off the stage. We don't want to hear their bullshit.
So first of all,
I'm sorry, that was rude.
No, it's okay. It's okay. First of all, happy to see that you're looking and feeling better.
Thank you.
Second, my question is, at the beginning of season 10, Cass and Hannah are rounding up the angels and trying to bring them back to heaven.
When you said that, full disclosure, you said at the beginning of season 10, and I thought, okay, what season are we in right now? I just want to let you know where my head's at. Okay, yes, at the beginning of season 10, Cass and Hannah. Yes.
Yeah, so Cass and Hannah are bringing the angels back to heaven, and that's their mission, kind of, and they keep talking about how the mission is the most important thing. But after Hannah leaves, Cass stops rounding up the angels, but he keeps saying that he has to stay true to the mission. So I was wondering what you think, or what your interpretation, or what you think that Cass's true mission was in season 10.
Are you saying Cass was a little off point?
No, not at
all. Okay, so that is last season, and Cass's mission. I actually don't. I'm sorry. I don't actually know what was he saying? Well, he was saying to other angels, like the mission is foremost, or was he saying it to somebody?
Yeah, I think it was a Metatron.
I can't really remember the context that you're talking about, so it's hard for me to speak to it. I can't remember what season we're in, so it's hard for me to speak to it. I think that Cass, this may be speaking too broadly, but I think a lot of times Cass speaks about the mission in very broad strokes as protecting humanity at times. So he may have been falling back on that overarching mission, like that is in some respects been sort of the assignment of angels. At times it has been. And other times it has become much more focused, like, we have a very specific, very small objective that is also referred to as the mission. But I think that cobbling things back together in heaven was important in season 10, and then I think not losing sight of that bigger overarching mission may have been what he was talking about. This is highly speculative because I don't remember.
Thank you.
Thank you. Probably there's a couple of songs. One would be the theme song to The Greatest American Hero. That song in the script was originally scripted to be Highway to Hell, which is kind of a funny idea. Like, he's trying to sue the baby by singing the only song he knows, which happens to be Highway to Hell. But I think they couldn't clear the rights to it, or I actually don't know, I'm speculating. But I do know that they got the rights to the song, the theme song from Greatest American Hero, and actually I think it was much better. It was just so weird. It was like, what is he singing? Which unfortunately I don't have occasion to hear that often in daily life. Like, it's not played that often on the radio for some reason. And another, when I first got the part of Castiel, I had a little while to sort of think about the character, and for some reason at the time I was kind of like into actory things, and it was a little weird, and that's changed now. I'm no longer weird. But I was listening, I kind of asked myself the question, like, what is Castiel's music? What is his music? And for some reason I landed on Rachmaninoff's Vespers, which are kind of, it's really heavy-duty classical music with some balls. And so that would be another one for you. Really big males that we're allowed to keep. And he kind of tortured them a little bit. We tortured one. And I thought, it's okay. I mean, he's not torturing them per se. He's just, sort of playing with the crabs and learning about crab anatomy. And we're going to eat them anyway, so, tough shit, And then he ripped one of their claws off. And, which happens, more easily than you would think with a crab. And then he was like, oh, well, this one's no good, and throws it over. With this crab trap out here to get the crab. What are you doing? And then so a couple weeks previous, we caught a couple of crabs, me and my brother, and we left the crab. We had 2 crabs again, and we left them on the counter in a paper bag in the kitchen overnight, thinking like, oh, they'll probably still be okay. And apparently, when you Google after you eat them, you find out that's why you feel sick, is because when a crab dies, they release some toxin into the meat, and you're not supposed to eat them if they have died before you cook them. Anyway, they had not only died, but I think they had also rotted on the counter. They had been long dead by the time we ate them. Anyway, so we knew that you can't eat them after they're dead, but we had this prize crab, this really big one, and West was torturing it. And we were bringing it back, and we stopped at the playground, that was the mistake. And he tortured it a little bit on the playground, and this woman came up and she's like, what are you doing? Put that back in the ocean. And I was like, listen, we're gonna eat it, So he's just, exploring the crab body, poking its eyes, I know. But it was one of those things, when a stranger says something to your kids, you're like, you can't tell my kids. But anyway, he then immediately kills the crab. And in front of the woman. It was mortifying. It was awful. And then we had to, anyway, all this, and we didn't get anything we could eat. Answer to that question, because when I first auditioned for the role of Castiel, I was told that the character was a demon. So I did it like what I thought was a demon. He was kind of, he had a kind of wry quality about him, a little sarcastic. Didn't really show any empathy. He was just kind of like a snarky dick. Totally different from how Castiel is. So totally different is the short answer to that question. Yeah. Thanks. Hi.
Hi. First off, I wanted to thank you for initiating me getting cake shoved in my face in a public restaurant. But
anytime. Was that you were fed from behind?
With the blood, yeah.
Yeah. How did that go?
It was messy and the waiter was laughing because we had to have him record it for us.
That must have spiced up the afternoon for him.
It did.
My wife did that to me at our wedding. I sat down blindfolded and she fed me wedding cake, and I actually remember distinctly thinking, going into that enterprise, you think that's cute, that's silly. I felt like I was drowning and being tortured. Because when you get icing in your nostrils, I can't remember, but I feel like there's a possibility I was also bound. I may have been tied to the chair, and I was blindfolded, and it was like actual enhanced interrogation. Like I felt like I was being waterboarded. And everyone is laughing, and they couldn't hear me screaming. I couldn't scream because my mouth was full of stuff. It was awful.
I ended up eating a mint leaf.
You inhaled a mint leaf?
Yeah.
Nice. Well done.
My question is, I wanted to know, what is either the cheesiest pickup line you've said or heard from somebody else?
Well, did it hurt when you fell from heaven is one that I get from time to time. And that's pretty cheesy. It's pretty cheesy. I don't think I've ever really employed pickup lines. I'm sure that's not true, but I don't think I've used pickup lines. Do they work?
I wouldn't know.
Do you not try to use them?
I am not out of high school.
Okay. So it's an inappropriate question. Duly noted. I had pegged you as like 35. I mean, in fairness, I can't see your face at all. I just see an outline.
I get 20s.
You get 20s? Yeah. When people are using pickup lines on you?
I've got it before. I've gotten pickup lines before.
Oh, you have?
Yes.
Okay, so when you say you wouldn't know, it's just because you are a good person who's in their teenage years and don't respond. Don't respond to pickup lines. Okay.
But I've gotten bad ones.
What have you gotten?
I can't think of any off the top of my head, but
It's hard to think on the spot.
It is.
I know, it sort of sucks. I'm up here doing that a lot, and it's frustrating. It's a funny phenomenon, the pickup line. I don't know who invented them. Maybe they worked at first, and then they got used, and now they don't work anymore. You don't have to. That's okay. Now I see her. She's in high school. I believe her.
Well, because it can either go, like, it can make you like the person more because they're trying to be funny,
Yeah.
or it can really offend you.
Right. Or you could be like, oh, it's so cute, it's so sweet, they're so pathetic, they're using a pickup line. Take pity on them, and then it works like that. Yeah.
Pity humor.
Yeah. Did it hurt when you fell from heaven is probably a good one. Yeah.
Thank you.
Hi. I posted this. Someone just reminded me, and it's a good example. This kind of thing happens a lot. So we have a car that has Bluetooth in it, and when you get in, when we got the car, we set it up so it talks to our phones, but it just starts playing songs. And we've never opened the manual and figured out how the thing works. So every time we get in the car, it picks up one of our phones and starts playing songs that are on the phone, and we have no control over what it's going to pick up. As far as we know, it's like this mystery. And sometimes it's fun, and you don't know what you're going to get. Unfortunately, sometimes it plays things like, my anaconda don't want none if it ain't got buns, and then it goes on and on, and they love that song, and they sing it, and they memorize it the instant it comes on. They only have to hear it once, and they know it perfectly. And the song came on that was the Naked Dutch Painter. And it starts, I don't know if you know this musician, Stu, but the song starts kind of it's like acoustic and very melodic, and it's the Naked Dutch Painter.
You were the one who said that she sang about you?
What's that?
And you said that she sang about you?
Well, no, the strangers that she sings it to say.
What is
That
she?
is a song that we have in our playlist.
What does it really say?
That is what it
Oh,
says.
that's-
I mean, it is, in fairness, it's an accurate rendition on her part of the lyrics of the song.
I just want to make sure about that, so. Well, that's good.
At least that. Yeah. How's it going, guys? Were you playing a little more baseball back there?
It turned into football.
Did you pitch? In the day, were you a pitcher? No.
He's a catcher.
He's a catcher, for sure.
You have a mean pitch. Yeah. For a catcher, looks like you can pitch as well.
Why do I feel like this is the dirtiest conversation I've ever been
But
You have one more question. We're not here.
I have another question.
We're not interrupting.
Hi.
Hey, hi. Okay, so you're an action movie hero.
Yes.
What's your weapon of choice?
This is like the quintessential hypothetical question.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
And the line you scream when you defeat your nemesis.
What is the weapon? I'm an action hero. And what is the line?
That you scream when you defeat your nemesis.
A toilet plunger, and I flush you. Is that the same answer that Rob gave?
Rob,
Sir?
I don't know if you want to, tip the hat to the artistry of the family, but he's kind of stepping on your son's superhero, Plunger Man.
Oh, that's
I
right.
have a Plunger Man book written by your son.
Yeah.
What is that?
My son created a comic book. My son, when he was like 8, created this comic book, a guy named Plunger Man.
You just stole his name.
And he would write these comic books with Plunger, and his sons loved it. Like, they ate it up, and he was like, wow, I like it. So we got a series of Plunger Man.
Yeah, but I had to buy them. They were like 50 cents.
Benedict. You know what's hilarious about that is that Rob made him ask you for money. Hey, I think Richard paid for that thing.
And then I later found out that Rob had actually drawn the comic book. The whole thing was Rob.
Pretend you did this.
I said ask for $1.
What I love about what's happening here is that this started as like this show on this teen network with 2 strapping, basically teenage guys. And the girls were like, oh my God, they're so hot, they're so cute. I want to go to a convention and see them. And now we just get up here and talk about our kids.
We're going into it.
Bunch of old guys up there talking about changing diapers. Toilet plungers.
We have
It's sort of a bait and switch thing. Sorry about that, guys.
We're like crusty old men hosting the show. It's like a death concert. They're like, wow, Garcia and Bob.
Anyway,
How was it, by the way? How was the Misha Collins panel? Misha, how was, from your perspective, how was it dealing with these people? I mean, you were reticent backstage, almost angry, to the point of being...
I think at the end, I just wanted to come out here. I wanted to do the best job I could. I feel like I played hard, did my best, and I'm going to just keep fighting.
Do you feel like you had a game plan? We talked about it before. You had a strategy coming into this,
Yep.
but obviously playing. You don't know what they're going to throw.
You just got to get out here. You got the best defense you can do, and this, these guys were better than me today.
Game, you live to fight another day. You beat them this time, Vancouver.
And
Next time.
hats off to the other team.
Ladies and gentlemen.